Everybody, welcome back to the Wrestling is Art YouTube channel. It's been a hiatus, but I am back, and let's talk about Mercedes Moné and Kazuchika Okada going to AEW and what I feel it has to happen. Cannot, for me, because I'm a big fan of both. I've been watching Okada probably since I was 16 as a wrestler. And Sasha and Bailey are the reason I was the biggest fan of NXT. So, I'm just going to put some scenarios out here. TK cannot, in any way for me, and I don't see it happening, but after the first year of Mercedes, not book her right. After the first 6 months, can't not book her right. It's got to be a full throttle push in booking of that women's division. Mercedes will bring the best out of every woman in that locker room, in the ring. She, to me, is the best pure women's wrestler in the world. And I said pure. The only concern for me, and this is, it sucks that I have to list this as a concern because I don't think it should be a concern, but people will list it as a concern, is injury prone potentially. And I'm hoping I didn't jinx it or anything. I'm just hoping that doesn't happen because I just don't want to hear the stupid comments on the internet because I know it would happen. They're gonna say, "Well, she got injured in her first match. Oh, she got injured in the first 6 months. She's injury prone, isn't she?" You know what I mean? I just don't want to hear that. Um, but I cannot explain to you how much TK cannot mess up or fumble Mercedes in AEW. It is like the biggest non-fumble you have in that women's division's history, the biggest name you've brought in that women's history. Because I will say she's a bigger name than Soraya. I'm gonna say it, and that would be the only one comparable. That would be the only name comparable, and Mercedes is a bigger name. I just want to put this out there as a discussion, and I want your feedback in the comments down below of how you feel TK will book her, or your ideas of how he will book her. Because I just don't want to come back on here and rant, because that would make me rant, because how much of a fan I am of Mercedes. But to the Okada part, I have a weird feeling, and okay, it's not a weird feeling, it's more of a feeling that I have that Okada in AEW is going to be like Bryan Danielson in AEW, where Bryan doesn't want to win a world title, doesn't want to win a championship, but I feel like for Okada's potential to hit at all in AEW, in my opinion, now let's leave it at that because I'm a big fan. But in my opinion, he at least needs to be a international or TNT champion at least a couple times. That's what this like, because I have a feeling he doesn't want to win a champion like a world championship, even if they predict or projected it to him. In the order that I feel that AEW is going to go into world champions is going to be Joe to Swerve, from Swerve to Will Osprey, to Osprey. Who would Osprey lose it to? Would you give MJF another run? but that'd be the next three at least, or the next two. Joe to Swerve to Osprey. That's the way I would have it. But I will put a predictions video out for AEW Revolution, and I'm hoping to get that out either tomorrow or the next day. But I'm going to try to film that sometime soon and get that out to you. But I do not want to come back on here with a rant about Mercedes or Okada's booking, and specifically Mercedes. It's the three that he's brought in: Okada, Osprey, and Mercedes cannot be fumbled. You've got to book them in some prominent way. Some prominent way, you've got to book them all three. And if you hit on all three, that's big. That's big. Because I didn't like the feeling of last time with Athena not getting pushed well when she was on the main roster of AEW. But she's been great in ROH. She's had great matches. It's it's just I wish she was on national television every week in front of the biggest audience she could be in front of, not behind a paywall. That's what I want for Athena. But that'll be another video for another time. I think that is it for the discussion here today. Put down in the comments below how you feel about Mercedes, Okada, Osprey. What's your ideas of what they would be booked like in AEW? And put suggestions down below of reactions you want me to, or things you want me to talk about, because I'm thinking about starting my podcast back up. So, but just tell me what you want me to react to or talk about or anything in the comments below. If you want me to talk about WWE or AEW, anything in wrestling at the moment, or react to any like botchamanias, anything, I will put that out there. And that'll be it for today's video. Until next time, this has been the Wrestling is Art YouTube channel. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you do not miss an upload, and I'm going to be more consistent. That is it from me. Shout out to everybody that's watching, and peace. I'm out.